Well, hello. Good morning, good afternoon. And today we're coming by doing it for a very special moment, event, history, educational period, time, etc., etc. So, of course, shout out to my people and happy December the 25th, which I call, those who are part of the spiritual community, we call other things, but the Great Spiritual Awakening Day. We know that Christ deals with a certain level of consciousness. We know that Christ is symbolic for coming into your higher self, crowning, becoming the king and the queen of your dome, which they call kingdom and queendom. So, of course, before I get into this, I want to give a shout out to my people, my contributors, gifters, sponsors, those who are always behind the scenes helping me to do what it is that I motherfucking do. And we know that once again, YouTube be motherfucking hating, but that's okay. That's okay, girl. You know, you ain't gonna come to someone's house, eat their food, and talk about how nasty their food is at their house. You gonna wait until you leave. So, anywho, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot that has been going on for a very very long time, and of course we talked about this through all of our classes and all of our stuff. And I won't be here too long. But we talked about this in many of our classes and events we held. But today, of course, something was on my heart, and I'm like, I'm going to come and I'm going to talk about it. So we know that throughout lives, I mean, if you're here right now, you've probably been here before. And when I say here, I mean this plane, this dimension, this level of consciousness. And we like to connect this level of consciousness with the solar plexus, and other chakras, which I will not talk about because, of course, we have a chakra class. And there's a class that I'm doing right now, 5 minute class, where I kind of go over that. So we know there is um, energies that are at play while we're here, while we're conscious of being here, right? But we know that we've had lives here. Some of us many, some of us just a few. But we know we've had lives here, okay? And on other planes, other dimensions. But either way, there was a starting point on this plane that we call a planet. And I tell people, planet is solid form of a plane. You know, T being Terra. We know Terra is solid. And then plane being, plane. When even flying in a plane, they could have called that a bus. They could have called that an automobile. But there's a reason why they call the physical plane that we see, that we travel from one place to another, the plane. Okay? We won't go there yet. We'll say that for another class or event. But either way, so we have many, many lives here. And those who are powerful in this life, whether it is politically, whether it is scientifically, whether it's medicinally, whether it's spiritually, whether it's housewives, whatever it is, they are powerful in this life because they are aware of their many, many lives here. They are aware of their assignments that they've had. And if they're not aware, they're coming into understanding, because it does not happen overnight. Some lessons that we learn will take us 1,100 lives. Some people will learn lessons in 50 lives. And what I mean by that, on this plane, because of course, having such a little planes, as I mentioned before, such a little lives on this plane, you're like, damn. So how does this have the privilege to only be here 30 times, and to master the plane or the dimensions that's on this plane, or on this planet? So either way, coming into self, you awaken us, right? You awaken who you are. You know your history, and we think that history only starts culturally on this planet, right? We think that history only starts based on what you are now. So you identifying as a black man, a white man, a gay man, a straight man, these are all cultures, whether you believe that or not. Going into being a fat man, being a tall man, being a short man, these are all cultures. These are all tribes of beings. So coming into this reality, right? Seeking after spirituality, because spirituality, when you're seeking after spirit, you're learning the identity of who you are, who you really are. not who they want you to be or who you've been programmed to be in this life. Because we can't even go into saying in this life you've been programmed to be, white or black or gay or say we can't even say that anymore because there's people that are white and black and gay and they don't act like other gay people. They don't act like other black people. They don't act like other white people. So then you're like, well, what really is the essence of being black and being white and being gay and being straight? What is real about it? Because none of them are the same. So my lives in this realm, and of course I want to say this too, because we're going to talk about a lot of tea, honey. Come on in here. Yeah, my mama. We're going to talk about a few teas. Look, Anubis is so jealous. Yeah, she my mama. Thank you, mama. She's so soft. My mama's so gorgeous and she's so soft. Oh. Anywho, so how you come into this planet, okay? Your first incarnation on this planet is going to be how you will leave the planet. Your very last incarnation, right? And I told y'all this before. This is my very last incarnation on this planet. So coming into this plane, during the time I did, and I talked about this before, we'll talk about this very lightly, because this whole process that I'm going to talk about is a part of awakening yourself, awakening who you are, awakening the inner God, the inner goddess of who you are. And in particular, we're going to talk to my people. Okay, we're going to talk about the LGBT, and we're going to talk about those who are in this life suitors, admirers, and fighters, right? Because maybe in this life you did not manifest as an LGBT person, but you have had history with LGBT people. And even if you don't know LGBT people in this life, you've manifested at some point in time on this plane as that person, as that being. Now, of course, we can go into other dimensions and other planes because, of course, they call them different things. So going into this plane, we call it homosexual, we call it heterosexual, right? We call it bisexual, transgender, all this good shit, which barely came about like in the 50s and the 60s, to be honest with you. And we're gonna show proof today. So coming into this plane, I manifested in a part of the world which is known as Mesopotamia. Okay. And so I don't want to get up. I'm probably going to get a little emotional in this video, and I'm going to try not to. Because I have so many, how would you call this? I have so many memories of this place, even going into like my past life session, going into anyway, I just have a lot of memories of this place. And very magical at this time. Very magical, very open, blissful. People were successful, people were happy. And like I said, I've always had visions of this. So either way, coming from Mesopotamia, it was a very powerful part of the world during this time. And I met a lot of beautiful souls. And even going into this life, some of those people that I've had the experience with in my very first incarnation, I've had the pleasure to also meet in this life currently or before. And of course, there's more to come. And that's why I'm always open to being positive. And of course, those of you who are not into spirituality, those who are not spiritually inclined, you're not going to understand the fuck I'm saying. You're going to think it's some type of joke and also the good shit. And like I said, I really don't give a fuck because I am who I am where I'm at. And more than likely, you are who you are and you are where you're at. You're creating a life full of anger, hurt, and fucked up foolery, while it's the opposite for me. So I have memories of a lot of experiences during that time, even how it all ended, which is very traumatic for me. And that's why I get emotional thinking about it. But during this time, there was a lot of LGBT people. And those who were very powerful during this time were actually transgendered and what we would call transgender and bisexual at this time. So during that time period, these people did a lot of things that contributed to not just the people of Mesopotamia, but also worldwide. We're seeing it worldwide. And so either way, coming into my very last life, I live a very similar life to where I lived back then, so long ago, but it's in a different way. And so that's why going into this, and I'm going to say this very lightly, but really, LGBT people and those who support LGBT people, it's time to awaken. It's time to know who you are. It's time to retrace your steps. Because, of course, when you know what tribe or what civilization of people you come from, right? We'll just say going into knowing your tribe, there's nothing no one or anything could tell you about yourself. There's nothing that anyone could do that could take away your power, whether it is a physical power, whether it's a spiritual power. When you know who you are, when you know who you really are, and how it all started. Because of course we've had many lives here, but your original birthing process was your very first life here. So LGBT people have made a lot of history on this planet throughout all civilizations. Ancient Africa, ancient Egypt, ancient Europe, ancient Asia, ancient Arabia. And we talked about this before, but of course, today's the day because, of course, like I said, today's a spiritual birthday. This is everybody's spiritual birthday. We're all coming into Christ consciousness. And we have to understand that all of our experiences is all of our experiences. And every experience that we have, we're meant to learn something from it, right? And if you don't, you're doomed to repeat it again. So a lot of things that people be speaking about, and I can speak about from what I've seen, because you don't really see white people talking about this. You don't really see Asian people talking about this. You see Asian religious people, you see white religious people, but you don't really see white folks putting down LGBT people like you see black folks. And of course, we have to forgive them, LGBT people, because they do not know what they do. They do not know the curse and the hex that's been placed upon them. And we can call them whatever you want to call them. Okay, Commissions, Cushites, Moors, whatever the hell they want to call themselves, because everybody ain't down for that. So we have to forgive them because they do not even know what they do. They speak against a certain type of person, but yet they imitate their ways. And that's why I always say, being who you truly, truly, really are, being who you're really called to be, will give you prosperity, blessings. It will bring you everything you need. When you're being something that you're not, you will always have blockages. You will always get fucked up realities. And I think that Black people, Black Americans, people that identify as Black in this world, in this plane, in this place that we call America, the reason why there's so much shit that happens is because they're imitating, okay, because they're spellbound, they're masters. And I said it before, and I'm always say that. So when you see people act out of hate, when you see people act out of, when they say they're God's people and they're God's chosen ones, but they're disrespectful and they go to attack certain people, or they claim to be the original beings. I'm the mom, I'm the daddy. Everybody came from us, everybody came from that. But you see them attacking beings and attacking people. You're like, no, you're not a part. No, but no, you're not that. Okay. Not only do you say that, but also you know that these are people that are hurting. They're under some type of mind control, right? And of course, the movie that came out, because they said that the Black woman made the movie The Matrix. This is what they said. So we know that if you watch any of the Matrix movies, it goes over really how the subconscious or the psychological functions of how a Black woman thinks. Okay, and I'm gonna keep that there because this is not about a racial thing. This is about education. This is about enlightenment. So in that same thing, these are the people that be coming for LGBT people. Rainbow Coalition, they call them Rainbow Booty Butt Pirates. And I'm just like, these are people that know what it's like to be oppressed. These are people that know what it's like to be disrespected, to be spat on, to be kicked on, to have dogs attacked and sent on you, to literally have your house burned down, to have you snatched about your motherfucking dwelling, to be told that you're not even really human, or you're third human. And then they come out of a so-called healing place and they push the same rhetoric that was put on them on other people to try to oppress other people. And so a lot of them, how you know they're not even connected to who they are, they were so up and down that they're Moors or they're, Cushites or they're melanated or they're gods and goddesses, kings and queens, and I come from Egypt. And they were, and the most disrespectful thing I think I see when it comes to these anti-LGBT people that be identifying as Moorish or Egyptian is when they have the Horus Heru necklace on. And it's like, if you know any history about metaphysically and physically, we knew that Horus was homosexual. We knew that Horus and his uncle Set had a homosexual relationship. And we know that Isis supported it. Oh, girl, come on in here. And we know this. Okay, like I said, I speak to those who are spiritually awakened, those of you who actually have the mind to go out and research to find out what I'm saying to be true. But they literally be sitting up here having the Heru symbol on their neck. You have Bobby Hemmett do it. There's just, one anti-homosexual, anti-lesbian, transgender person that would always talk about the LGBT, but have this shit on his motherfucking neck. And I'm like, bruh, you're sitting here putting down these people and you're using their symbol. How does that work? It's kind of like, the KKK coming for Asians or minorities, but using a swastika in the most nasty, abominable, disgusting way. It's the same thing. So I sit back and I look at this and I'm just like, oh yeah, bitch, these people are so confused. They're so spellbounded. They don't even realize it. They don't even realize how deep into this how deep in this incantation that they are, to where they assume that homosexuality came from Europe and a white man brought it into Americas. When in reality, if you're claiming to be indigenous and you're claiming to be, of this land, we know that it was here before the Europeans got here, before the conquistadors got here, before the Christopher Colonians got here. We knew that it was already here. And of course, if you don't know, we're going to get into that very lightly and politely and whitely today, because it's time that people wake up. It's time that you wake up and know who you are. Know your tribe. Because if you know who you are, can know which bitch, wizard bitch, bastard, whoever the fuck, whatever they call themselves, do anything. Because a lot of them don't know who they are. And I would say the most weakest witch is a witch that don't know him or herself. And of course, I don't like using the word witch because I feel like witch is just I think that's so Hollywoodish. I think that's so just, I'm going to make people think I'm a witch so they can have fear of me. So I don't even like using that word. But for today's sake, we're going to say that. So very lightly, I'm going to drop seeds because, of course, that's what I do. I believe in planting seeds. And, of course, you would do your own research on the information I'm going to put in this class or the video very, very quickly. But I need you to understand that you are LGBT people. You're powerful. You've always been powerful. You've always been connected to divinity, no matter what culture you check out, ancient China, ancient Arabia, ancient India. And we know that Hinduism is the oldest living religion. Now we're going to be connecting the chakras and all this good stuff. Why Satanists, Christians, Jewish, why every religion on this planet has adopted some type of chakra system, and why they continue to use the chakra system, because people believe that the Tamilian Aduans, people from South India, are actually connected to the Mayans and connected to other very powerful ancient civilizations. So these beings keep reincarnating to different things, and we didn't talk about this publicly, but in India, they have something called the Nadi leaf or the nettle leaf reading, where not everyone has one, but you're able to go to India, and if you have this, and I won't say the part of India, you could do your research on this, but you go to this part of India, you get this reading, and if you have a leaf, you have power. You've always been here for such a long time. Okay. So, and of course, I'm just not getting up before I get on here. Hold on. So, anywho, so you've always been powerful. You've always had power. You just forgot who you are or who you were because these people do not want you to be who you are. They know that your power is greater than theirs. Even going into the acts of anal sex, you can go look into Kama Sutra. Okay, that's where we get all our sexual positions from. 69, missionary, reverse cowgirl. We get all this from Kama Sutra, honey. They have over 25 positions that are dedicated only to same gendered sex individuals. Once again, the oldest living religion or civilization of people, and we're going to say who have known who they were, and they've kept their history throughout all these years, thousands and thousands of years. Every other civilization that we know to this day that exists have lost something along the way. At least so they say. But it's not they lost anything. They just were exiled out of places and they forgot who they were. And so we know that in India, there's a lot of power there. We know that in India, there's a lot of power there. And I'm going to keep that there because I said I got to go. So very lightly and politely, we're going to jump into what I want to go over first of all, okay? So we're going to share the screen. Okay, we're going to share this good old screen. Share the system audio. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go over, first of all, the modern LGBT people. And as you know, a lot of conscious people will talk about some of these individuals, but they will never say these people are part of the LGBT community. And so I love this because it said 20 LGBT people who changed the world. And then it says gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people have existed as long as humanity itself. And we know that a lot of Black conscious people have said it has not. We know that a lot of Black people, a lot of white people, a lot of people that are still sleeping in a slumber will say it's new. Oh, you know, back in the day, we didn't know of gay people. Yeah, because it was a secret society. And they were exposed and they were forced to come out because you had people that were curious about what the gays are doing and they wanted to motherfucking try it. Without the gays coming out, no offense, ladies, you wouldn't have these wigs. You wouldn't have these heels, girl. You wouldn't have these lashes, these long-ass acrylic nails, honey. You wouldn't be using none of that shit. It wasn't for the fucking gays, girl. You won't be using Hunty and Shade and Miss Thing. You won't know none of that shit. We've made history and important contributions even in the face of societies that discriminate against us or pretend we do not exist. So, of course, we're going into Alexander the Great. Now, of course, if you don't know the story about Alexander the Great claimed to be a demigod. He claimed to be the son of Zeus. And Alexander the Great also had a lover. So he was bisexual, but he had a lover by the name of Bagawis. And according to history, Bagawis was supposed to be the first transgender person. Okay. The first transgender person in history. Okay. So, of course, you can read about Alexander the Great and exactly who he was and how he was. Okay. Going into Hatshepsut, going into ancient Egypt. Now, of course, we knew that ancient Egyptian men wore makeup and they wore wigs. I don't know how not so homo or queerish that is. But everybody out here talking about I'm Pharaoh. My name is King Hotep Mamadit. My name is King this and King that. Girl, getting a tattoo on their faces and shit of the Wajit. Okay? The Eye of Horus, the Eye of Ra. But yet, so against it. We all know that there's very powerful LGBT people that came from Egypt. Like I said, going into wigs. They used to shave their hair off. The bigger the wig, the longer the hair, the more powerful you were. Just like the makeup. The heavier the makeup, the more powerful, more respected you were considered. And we're talking about men, honey. We're not talking about women. We're talking about men right now. Male, balls and penises in the motherfucking pants. But y'all want to talk about, we don't know how the world became so effeminate. We don't know how our man became so gay. It's gay because a white man told you it was gay. And we're going to talk about that too, bitch, because I'm just, girl, we're just getting started. We're going to show proof of how the word homo and hetero even got into our light to where we can call people, you homo, you queer, you gender bender, you fag. We're going to go into all that because you know that fag is even a European term. Fag is actually slang for cigarette. Okay, it also said bundle of sticks, a female deer. Okay, let's talk about it for a minute, honey. So we know that Queen Hatshepsut of Egypt as a transgendered, but is certainly not wholly inaccurately. In fact, Hatshepsut called herself a king. She inscribed titles on granite monuments, effectively referring to herself as Her Majesty the King. This pivotal ruler of humanity, original great civilization, further asserted her kingship by wearing the garb of a male monarch, even having a false beard made to fit her chin. So if you do not know, now we know this was a female that became a male. So you're looking at a trans man. Come on in here. We're looking at a trans man here. Okay. Keeping it moving. Leonardo da Vinci. Oh, yeah, bitch. You are a hoe. Yeah. Oh, yes, honey. Leonardo da Vinci was definitely a motherfucking queen. If you do not know who Leonardo da Vinci is, bitch, shame on your motherfucking ass. Shame on you and your lineage, too. And I won't speak too much illness over our lineage because today is a very powerful day. And what you put out does come slamming down today. So we want to be very mindful of what we put out today. So Leonardo da Vinci, okay, was known to be gay, a homo. Okay, we know that this is the Renaissance man of genius. Okay, he was about art, science, engineering, and futurism. Okay, he of course painted, as you said right here. He not only painted Mona Lisa, but he also celebrated the rendition of the Last Supper. Oh, come on in here. You Christians, you Bible thumpers who have the Last Supper on your motherfucking wall. Girl, yours truly, Leonardo the motherfucking Vinci. Okay? With all due respect. Okay? We're gonna pay homage and respect to the real kings and queens, okay, who has really shaped the world that everybody has benefited from. Okay. So of course you can read more on Leonardo da Vinci. Okay. Let's go into it. Alan Turing. Now, of course, I never heard of this man, but it said he was a British mathematician and a scientist who would be like saying Leonardo was a great painter. It just doesn't go that far enough. It's a biographer, Andrew Hodges, defines this man with the utmost precision at the website he maintains as an educational portal among all things. Turing Hodges writes that Alan Turing was the founder of computer science, mathematician, philosopher, code breaker, strange visionary, and a gay man before his time. So without Alan Turing, there would be no Bill Gates, no Steve Jobs. And that's why I think these celebrities be gay in essence, because I feel like these spirits be coming back. See, we're going to talk about spirits being mounted, and everybody say it's a black female spirit. I don't think Alan Turing was trying to be a black female, with no disrespect. We think that black women are very beautiful. We think that black women are very powerful. We think that black women are doing things, are making things happen. But with all due respect, I don't think that Alan Turing wanted to be a black woman. I don't think that Leonardo DiCaprio wanted to be a black woman, or excuse me, Leonardo da Vinci wanted to be a black woman. I don't think, Hatshepsut was kind of a black woman, but hey, I don't think Alexander the Great wants to be a black woman either. I just got to point this out. So without him, honey, okay, there'll be no tea. Now, of course, you did research. Of course, there's a lot of, controversial stuff about Alan Turing. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that. But we're going to say he was a part of the LGBT tribe. And regardless of the factor, he had to do what he had to do during his time. So we have respect for Alan Turing. Okay. Then we have Mika Angelo. Now, by the way, I want to say this: the Italian restaurant. There's a lot of Italian restaurants out there named Mika Angelo. Girl, I just want to say, I just love Italian food. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love Italian people. Okay. I love Mediterranean people. Period. Okay. I've had a few lives in the Mediterranean area. All my lives, most of my lives have been on the shores and the coastal mountain areas. I love the mountains. Always have, always will. So anywho, Mika Angelo, okay. Um okay, sculptor and painter, okay, from Rome, okay, and of course it goes into, all this little shit, evidence he was homosexual, at least none indicating overt sexual activity. And of course, like I said, homosexuality was kept a secret back then. It was a secret society. Okay, going into where sagging came from. See, a lot of these people be adopting the sagging mentality, but I really do feel like that's how you knew people were gay back then. I feel like they wouldn't sag the way they sag now. Now they just want to spread it wide open. They want to show the butt cheeks. They want all these homosexuals lusting after that ass. You know what I mean? But I feel like that was a way of telling, bitch, this is what I am. Because, of course, even we shifted from the sagging to the branding, like the tattoos. Certain tattoos on your arms and on your shoulders and your chest will let fellow people know that you were gay, bi, etc., etc. Okay. So going into Barbara Giddings, okay, I'm not glad I never heard of her, but at least what it says right here. Barbara was a lesbian. She was fighting public battles aimed at securing rights for queer people. In 1958, Giddings founded the New York chapter of the Daughters of Belitis, the parent organization which was founded 3 years earlier in San Francisco. I heard that. Come on in here, Barbara. We salute Barbara, honey. Then we have, of course, one of the first documented trans women here. Now, of course, they go back to like 1800s, 1928. The very first transgender was going to get a uterine implant. Yes, that's correct. I do feel like the uterine implant has been successful. I do feel like that's a very secretive, very powerful procedure that takes place. And I do feel like some of your celebrities have participated in this procedure. There's no tea, there's no shade. Like I said, I'm gonna keep that on a low, but I'm gonna say what it is and how it is. So we know that Christine Jorgensen is one of the first documented transgender people. Okay, though we know that she has a lot of tea going on, girl. And they try to make out to be anyway. So, anywho, she was the very first transgender sex change. Okay. And yes, honey, she was very intelligent. She was likable, relatable, a kind face and voice, honey. She was very generous. She had elegance. She had style. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, do your research on Miss Christine Jorgensen, honey. They have a document on her, honey. Then we got Sally Ride. Yes, girl, Sally Ride, girl. A Presidential Medal of Freedom honoree. Ride was America's first female astronaut and a space shuttle robotic arm operator. In 1983, she flew with fellow crew members aboard the shuttle Challenger, the same orbiter that tragically exploded after liftoff during a mission in 1986 that Ride was not a part of. Although she was married to a man until the mid 1980s, by the time of her death in 2012, Ride had been a 27-year-old relationship with a female partner named Tam O'Shaughnessy. Oh my God, girl. I heard that. We give salutes out to that. Girl, we're going into Harvey Milk here. And like I say, y'all do your research on him, honey. You do research on all these people because I don't, it's 20 people. I don't want to get too deep into that. Going into the equality, he fought for all the good shit, all the, fought for change, all that. Going into Tammy Baldwin, girl, Democrat Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin was the first lesbian and first out member of LGBT community to be elected to the U.S. Senate, honey. Come on in here. Lily Lana Washkashki, and of course, like I said, you look at this up. Ellen DeGeneres, girl, she did a lot of powerful things for a lot of powerful people. A lot of y'all can't stand Ellen DeGeneres, but we give power, we give praise to this witch, we give power, we give praise to this lesbo, we give power, we give praise to this fellow LGBT sister and brother. Come on in here, girl. Hello, going into Barney Frank. Oh, come on in here, girl. Barney Frank, honey, yes, girl, get into it. James Baldwin. Now, see, a lot of people don't talk about James Baldwin. A lot of conscious people talk about James Baldwin. A lot of people talk about James Baldwin, but they don't say that James Baldwin was part of the LGBT community. Y'all see documents with this man right here. Okay. He said a gay writer, James Baldwin author Michael Ondaatje, famously said if Van Gogh, excuse me, was our 19th century artist, St. James Baldwin in our 20th century one. There you go. Do your research on him, honey. Okay, Bayard Rustin, never heard of him. Troy Perry, definitely never heard of him neither. Harry Hay, nope. Lawrence Michael Dillon, somewhat. Okay. Oscar Wilde, honey, somewhat. Deborah or Deborah Sampson. Okay, work it out, ma'am. Anywho, now going into it said I got blocked. Oh, you motherfucker. You you motherfucker. I was on there too long. Okay, there we go. So it says 10 ancient LG facts you need to know. It goes over some very, very historical statements. Okay. And it said in ancient societies, there was no distinction made between same sex and opposite sex couples, as both were equally acceptable. Okay, so when people talk about the New World Order and how the New World Order is the gay order, no, bitch, the New World Order is the reiterating of the old world, bitch. You were already in the New World Order. When you became anti-gay, anti-trans, anti-white, anti-black, that was the New World Order, honey. We're going back into the old ways. Okay? The terms homosexual, heterosexual are modern constructs of the 19th century. Okay, coined by the Austrian writer Carl Maria Carbini, 1824 to 1882, in an 1869 pamphlet arguing against the Prussian sodomy law that criminalized same-sex relationships. Do your research on that. Carbini, a closeted gay man, had lost a close friend in his youth who killed himself after he was extorted by a blackmailer who found out he was gay. Now, see, this the fucked up part about this shit right here. Because this keeps happening, girl. History repeats itself. Girl, this is in the 1800s that people were trying to out people for being gay. Let this man play with some dick in peace. You see what I mean right here? This shit I be talking about. And then now we got kids going through, they being bullied, they being picked on for being LGBT, and then they take themselves out. And I want to say this very lightly and politely too. I don't feel like everybody gay in this life has always been gay. I don't really even feel like they're connected to any gay history. I want to point this out too, because I want to say that in the beginning. I feel like we know that throughout history, and we know that in spirituality, that spirits mimic spirits. Okay. We do know that there are beings that are falsely are falsely operating to create confusion for those who are trying to wake it up. And that's why I told you guys, going into a certain era recently, the past 7 years, we saw a cycle of beings coming out claiming to be certain things that we're like, wait, what? So I do not feel like everybody who claim to be LGBT are actually LGBT. I do feel like these are spirits that were once against LGBT people, hence why right now they claim to be LGBT, but they don't stand for LGBT people. They support people who are anti-gay. They support people that sit up and talk about LGBT people. Oh, well, she's not talking about me, but it's okay. I'll let her sit here and talk about that nigga in a wig. And you're a nigga in a wig. How does that work out? Like, tell me how that worked out, bruh, sis. Okay? So, anywho, ladies are trying to move the stigma attached to same-sex relationships, which are regularly defined as perversions. Anywho, like I said, history is, going over where it came from and all this good shit. Now we're going into the goddess Inanna. Okay. Okay. The goddess Inanna. Oh, come on in here. It says that Inanna was a popular Mesopotamian goddess. Now, if you do not know, Easter is a celebration of goddess Inanna. Oh, come on in here. All praises. Woo! And Anna to the great Inanna. Bitch, you better recognize. Okay? Who was later became famous as Ishtar, and whose clergy was bisexual and transgender. Scholar Colin Spencer notes there were lesser priestesses who were also magicians, singers, and dancers. Certainly, some of these were men who also copulated with both men and women. Male transgenders who had castrated themselves. were known as Kugararas, okay, or Kurgaras, and females who identified as males were called Galaturs, okay. Inanna Ishtar, goddess of love, sex, warning, and fertility, was thought to have transformed these people through her divine power, and they're regarded as her sacred servants. Now, we do know that Inanna was part human, part bird, and this plays a major role throughout history because we also know that birds are considered angelic beings. And I told people this a long, long time ago. Angels do not have sexual identities. So a lot of people believed in history and even modern day that modern day angels are actually LGBT people. So they're not meant to be sexually involved with people of the same sex, but they definitely are connected to the Most High. So, of course, that's old information resurfacing as a telephone. Okay. It says that the transgender clergy was regarded as the mediators between the world of humans and that of the divine. Now, this is history, girl. This predates a lot of y'all great grandmamas, great grandmothers, mothers. So it's like, girl, what am I gonna believe? You or ancient history? And we know that a lot of this information here is not 100% true because know that we call it history for a reason. It is history. Okay. It is said that the descent of Inanna, the Kogaras, and the Galaturs are said to have been created by the father god Enki, who made them neither male nor female, and gives them the food and water of life to free Inanna from the underworld. The transgender clergy was not universally accepted. There's evidence some people personally disapproved of them, but they were still regarded as mediators between the world of humans and that of the divine. And we know this followed into the Native American culture. We know that this followed into the ancient Indian culture. And we know this also, Native American would be ancient American culture. Anywho, going into the Native American tribes and the Two Spirit. The Native American people of North, Central, and South America also respected those whom the gods had touched and transformed. Oh, come on in here, Jesus. It says that the transgendered person was touched and anointed, oh, come on in here, by the gods. That's what it said right here. Now, a lot of y'all want to be indigenous, you want to be Native American, you want to have the bones on your neck, the feathers in your ear, and I'm Cherokee, I'm Blackfoot, I'm this, I'm that, but you don't want to respect the rules. Now, we know when the Europeans came over, they pushed some shit onto the Indians, Native Americans, said, bitch, don't you be accepting these homosexuals. The Bible said that a two men shouldn't be with each other. And that's where that shit came from. Oh, come on, we're going to finish it off with this too. So it said they recognize the third gender known in the present day as the two spirit, both male and female. Though this is a modern term, the original having been lost. That's correct. Referred to 17th to 18th century European work as the bardash, was a man and woman who identified as opposite sex. Men dressed and took the task of women, and women less often noted wore men's clothing and performed the job associated with masculinity and male power. That kind of sound like non-binary too. I'm just saying, honey. Anywho, the Two Spirit was not only completely accepted by the community, but valued. A boy who was on the threshold of manhood will receive a message from the divine regarding who he was truly was and a path he must follow, and afterwards would begin to dress as a woman and focus on sawing, gathering wood, building shelters, and cooking instead of hunting and warfare. Oh, come on in here. The Duke and his courtier in ancient China. Okay, this is one of the many tales from China celebrating same-sex relationships, and it's certainly the best known is the kind of Duke Ling and the state of Wei, 534 to 493 BC. Now that's really amazing to think about how far back that goes, sis. Because we know, anyway, I won't even get into that. I'm not gonna get into that because now we're gonna get into some other stuff, and I won't get into that. His lover Mixi Zia, a courtier of great beauty, when Mixi Chaya heard, I don't know how to say that. Is it Chia Chaya Chung Zaya? Heard that his mother was sick, he bought Du Ling's carriage to go see her without asking permission. Okay, look up the story of a Duke Ling. Okay. Okay, let's go. Going into Greece, we know that Greece had a lot of, uh, you know, uh, Gay lovers, girl. We know it was very sacred. It said the sacred band of Thebes. Okay, shout out to all my thespians out there. Okay, the Theban army, it comprised of 300 men, 150 couples who were highly respected for their military record. Now we know that gays are currently in the military too, and see that's a lot of you Americans don't understand right there, neither. A lot of these damn LGBT people been fighting for your fucking freedom, bitch, for hundreds of fucking years. While you sitting up being pretty, sitting here condemning them and booty pirates and gay people and Rainbow Coalition. Bitch, you a Rainbow Coalition too, girl. Isn't the chakras the rainbow? I just need to know. Isn't the chakras the rainbow? Can someone answer that to me? So when I see somebody talk about they're the chakra realist and they're awakened, they talk about a rainbow, isn't the chakras the fucking rainbow, sis? I just need to know. Isn't the chakras the motherfucking rainbow? Please let me know in the comment section. Okay, so we go on into the second band was quad because the vows taken by couples at the shrine of what is it, Iolus, one of the lovers of the hero Heracles, dedicated them to each other in the name of the god of love, Eros. Oh, girl, get into it, girl. Y'all do the history on that. Gay king of Egypt, Pepe the second. Sound like Pepsi to me. Same-sex relationships do not receive a great deal of attention in the works of ancient Egypt, possibly because they were not considered anything worth remarking on. What they mean by that is that gay relationships were like heterosexual relationships in ancient Egypt. Hello, conscious Black people. Are you before or are you after ancient Egypt? I would love to know this. Are you before or after ancient Egypt? Because, bitch, you sure the fuck ain't preaching about during the time of ancient Egypt. That's not what the fuck you doing, bitch. It goes over King Pepe II Neferkari, 2284 BCE of the 6th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of Egypt, 2613 to 2182 BC, who appears to have had a relationship with his general Sassanet. Oh, that's a cute name, girl. Is that where the word sissy come from? Sassanet? Huh? So, girl, you Sassanet. Girl, that's how I'm going to start saying instead of sissy. I'm going to say Sassanets. You're Sassanets. My Sassanet girls. In this story, Pepe 2. Oh shit, am I jumping? Yes, leaves his palace for four hours at night, goes to Sassanet's house, and does to him what his majesty desired. Oh, girl, let me get him over that, girl. That's erotic right there. Okay, going into the third gender of the Kana. Now, we know that the Hijras in India, we want to give a shout out to our fellow sisters and brothers, most importantly sisters, okay, out there in India, the Hijras, honey. We love our Bushara goddess. Anybody who know me back in the day, they know me as the Bushara goddess. That was one of my spiritual names. So come on in here. We're revealing secrets today, honey. That was one of my spiritual names back in the day. Bushara goddess. Either way, same-sex relationships and existence of third genders are mentioned in ancient Hindu texts of India. Okay, the Manusmriti, a law code from 1250 BC, recommends rituals purification after same-sex relations. But this same applies to opposite-sex unions as well, which is saying right here, y'all. This is why a lot of y'all be having spiritual ties, and it's why y'all be manifesting STDs and STIs. See, you're letting people come in your booty hole and vaginal hole, and you're not cleaning yourself out. You're not soaking in the bath. So you're letting these vermins and these bacterials build up, and they manifest into other things. So it says right here that you're supposed to be doing purifications after you have sex, because sex is a very nasty thing, girl. Now, people out here saying, sex is beautiful between a man and a woman. Honey, sex is not beautiful, and it's nasty. Whether it's anally, vaginally, orally, bitch, it's fucking nasty, bitch. We know that piss come out the penis and the vagina. We know that shit come out the fucking ass. I don't give a fuck what you got. Well, I clean it. Girl, it's still nasty. So it's all nasty, girl. Playing with the poom poom is just as disgusting as playing with the asshole, baby. You better get it together. The Kama Sutra, 400 BC, encourages same-sex unions and discusses the third gender casually. Hello? Kama Sutra, 400 BCE. Bitch, what year were you born in? AD or BC or BCE? I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. It said the Kenna, also known as the Hydra, are the recognized third gender on the Indian subcontinent in the present day, are alluded to in texts like these going back over 2,000 years. Bitches said they've been over here 2,000 years. Now, any of you hoes out there 2,000 years or older, please stand up. Whether you're against it or for it. You 2,000 years old right here, right now, please come forward. Okay, they refer to themselves as Kinnas after the celestial musical creatures of Hinduism who are part bird, part horse, part human, while Buddhism used the same term referring to divine musicians who is half human, half bird. Now, see, we talk about this girl, angelic beings. Look at the pictures of the Kinnas, honey. You know, the ones that are woman at the top and niggas at the bottom, according to one of these awakened conscious black. We're not gonna say her name. You know, girl, you know, the neck, her back, my neck, my back, lick my pum pum and my crack. You know, girl, she be singing like a bird and shit. That's why they call herself the songstress, the songbird, because that's ancient. That's ancient information coming forward. These beings are part human, part motherfucking bird. Bird at the bottom, human at the top. Breast is at the top, male parts at the bottom. Y'all better wake up and recognize, honey. You could never take away my motherfucking power. Those who identify as Kinnas are born male but live as female, and many are associated with the Shakti movement, recognizing the primacy of the creative cosmic force, which many Kinnas associate of the goddess of transformation, Buchara Mata, an earth and fertility goddess who embodies the creativity or the creative and destructive nature of Shakti. She is sometimes referred to as the goddess of transgenders. Now, if you don't know the story, her husband was cheating on her, and she turned her husband into a transgender. She cut off his penis, girl. She cut off his penis and his balls. She said, bitch, you gonna be dicking and sticking? Let me go ahead and cut what I need to cut. So, anywho, now we're gonna talk about chakras here. Let's give praise and respect to where it comes from, because bitch, you don't know that system. And like I said, if you're going to talk about African system chakras and Asia system chakras and Egyptian system chakras, then you need to talk about that in that sense. But you're going into the Indian systems of chakras, you got to pay respect to the Kinnas or the Hydras, because bitch, they've been here before you were here. And even going into when we talked about the chakras, all that good shit. Girl, they didn't say nothing about gay people have a higher or lower this and that, and they just say straight people do. Bitch, it said it's equal. Okay, hello? It says honoring of gay relationships in Japan. Okay, y'all do your research on that. Roman, same-sex marriages too. You know, Celtic warriors, girl, same-sex marriages. And it also says that the Bible condemns adulterous behavior, not homosexuality. See, I've been saying this, girl. And that's why I be like, that's some spiritual confusion stuff there right there. If you are voodoo or hoodoo, a black magi, but you're speaking about Christianity, they already say you confused. They already say you confused. And when you're trying to use the Bible as a way to justify your ignorance, it speaks about how you're not operating in the heart chakra. That's why they say Jesus. Okay, come on here, the son of Nazareth. We know that Nazareth is connected to Venus. We know that Nazareth is a portal for those who are spiritually awakened, and that is the heart chakra. That's why every counter you see about Jesus in Catholicism, it has a heart, the sacred heart of Jesus, sacred blood of Jesus. That's how you get into the kingdom of heaven, the higher self, is going through the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is the embodiment of the 7 bodies. Now, like I said, I can't sit here and preach to people who don't want to be awakened. You want to be stuck inside, I'm about love, I'm about peace, I'm about healing, but you're attacking homosexuals, you're attacking black people, you're attacking white people, you're attacking fat people, skinny people. There's no love in that body. The etheric body, the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body is destroyed. It is broken. And brokenness do not equal wholeness, which is called holy. That's why they call it holy. Holy, being complete. You cannot be holy, you cannot be godly, you cannot be righteous, you cannot be a god, you cannot be goddess. You cannot move into the kingdom, the queendom, working through the crown chakra and above, if you're still stuck in the old ways. if you're still stuck in the spells and incantation that was put on you by the masses. And you have black masters, white masters, you had a Hispanic masters, you had Asian masters, you had Arabian masters too. You had gay masters, you have straight masters, you have female masters, you have male masters. I'm telling you what I know, what God loves is the motherfucking truth. You better do your motherfucking research, girl. It's not about white or black. You're getting caught up in that because you're spellbound. It's that Christianity had its effect on so many cultures because of the interpretation, not the translation. Oh, come on in here. It said interpretation, not translation. See, we go into translating and interpretation. We know that even in Spanish and Latin and Hebrew and even English, words will have an interpretation, but the direct translation does not make sense. Anybody knows another language, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? So we talk about interpretation, which a lot of these religious people are doing, conscious people are doing, versus trans-motherfucking-lation. Can we talk about it for a minute? They are interpreting information and not translating because they don't have the gift of the Spirit. They don't have the tongue of the Spirit. They don't have the tongue of the Holy Spirit. So the tongue is moving off of their own understanding. Oh, come on in here. It's not moving by the original translation. So I need you to understand the difference. And it says of the Greek word arsenokoitis. Okay, now there's a lot of words in there because we know coitus is male and female sex, and arson sounds a little bit like damn destruction, which, according to the theologian Justin R. Cannon, literally means male beds. It seems to have been coined by St. Paul the Apostle in reference to men who slept with men in pagan cultures. So is that saying that the whole, what is this saying? What is it saying? The word was interpreted by a European translator as sodomites and sexual perverts, but originally seems to have been intended to reference that Paul saw a regular practice of non-Christians, one of the biblical passages most often cited in the present condemned same-sex marriages, Romans 1:24-27. In any translation, mention how men and women gave up natural relationships for unnatural and committed shameless acts. But in the context of the whole passage, this should be understood as reference adulterous behavior, behaving as pagans did at orgies, rather than committed gay relationships. Hello? So you have pagans that are being anti-gay because they over here thinking that the Bible's speaking about that gayness is not right. When in reality, having numerous sexual partners is not right, bitch. Whether you're gay or you fucking straight. Bitch, you a hoe. Whether you get paired or not, bitch, you are having unnatural acts. I said what I said. And in certain cultures, if you're not married, you have an unnatural act. See, it's unnatural for a man to be gay. It's unnatural for a woman to be gay. Bitch, it's unnatural for you to have fucking 9 baby daddies and not married to none of them neither. But ain't nobody telling you about that, girl. It's unnatural to be having sex and not cleaning your body spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. But ain't nobody talking about that neither, bitch. Because that's not important, right? Nobody care about that, right? Mm-hmm. Anywho, it said that another line frequently cited, Leviticus 18:22, thou shalt not lie with a man as he does with a woman, is an abomination, is also not referencing the kind of relationship, but it's only expressing the same distaste as the Romans have for a man taking a passive role in sex. So we know that the Bible has been written and decoded off of certain civilizations, and you are passing this on as the truth. The Bible is nothing but stories, okay? What we call his story. But let y'all tell it, y'all got all the fucking answers of the fucking book, and y'all still broke, y'all still sick, y'all ain't still got shit. So if you got all the answers, you practicing the ways of the Most High and the God and the Holy be thy name, then why the fuck ain't you prosperous, and why the fuck ain't you a part of the 1%? Why are you still in the 99? Please let me know. Please let me know. In conclusion, you do your research on this, girl. Okay? You do the research on this. We're going into ancient Egypt, was totally queer. Oh, girl, this looks very homo to me. And it reminds me of sports. See, people think I be playing when I be saying so. I really do be thinking that sports is very homoerotic. Full body contact is homoerotic. Sweaty men touching each other, I don't care what y'all, well, that's just in your mind. No, the fuck is not just in my mind, girl. That's where it started from. A lot of sports came from ancient Greek and ancient Rome, girl. And we know there was a lot of homosexual practice during that time. Girl, even going into modern day Pope, girl, he likes to see male ballerinas dancing around in leotards with their bow just poked out and shit. Now, I'm not saying, but I am saying. It's the same fucking thing. So y'all out here watching basketball and football and soccer, seeing these sweaty men. Ooh. Yeah, what does that do to your subconscious mind? I would like to know. Seeing sweaty men play with each other. Hello? Now, do your research on this, girl. They got a lot of paintings on the wall, the hieroglyphics, the papyrus, okay, of male on male contact. Look at these two men right here, girl. A light-skinned Negro and a dark-skinned Negro girl. Girl just huddling and cuddling, girl. They were loving it, girl. Oh, girl, no, they didn't. Okay. Going into a song. Oh, we ain't doing that. Okay. Going into a song. Okay, so before we get into that. So of course, this came up, but I say, yeah, girl, that's not really all that important. But last but not least, there's a song that I always think about. When I want that energy of love to come in, when I want the heart chakra to open up and vibrate and gyrate and pull in, healing. Because going into being a healer, when you're a healer, you don't see people as the person, you see them as energy. I see broken energy, and I want to help piece together that energy. I want to help clear out that blockage. I want to help detach, to disconnect, destroy, okay, energies that are trying to stop you from being whole, pure, clean. Okay. So going into the Black Eyed Peas, y'all, this is a very old song, y'all. I want to say in the 90s, the early 2000s. And I find if you look at the lyrics, I just like how this goes into, let me see, what am I looking at right here? Okay. So, right here, okay, overseas they're trying to stop terrorism. Words left over here on the streets, the police shoot the people, put the bullets in them. Now, we know this is terrorism. But if you only got love for your own race, then you're going to leave space for others to discriminate. Now, I told y'all this. Anybody know this? Many magicians, not all magicians, are a part of the Illuminati. There are many, many secret societies. Brotherhood, sisterhood, fraternity is an example of that. Okay, we're not going to get too deep into that because then we got to talk about some of the other shit. And like I said, today it's not that day. But we know that they put magic in songs because they know that music is very powerful. They know that vibrations and octaves, oh, come on in here, hit you in multiple ways. That's why octave come from the word 8, bitch, octagon. Let's talk about it for a minute. Hello? Okay? Let's talk about it. Octaves hit you 8 different motherfucking ways. It said the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth fucking chakra. You better wake the fuck up. All music, girl. Not just you listening to hip hop, not just you listen to, that's like I said before. I don't listen to certain music. Because, bitch, you're not going to tear away my spirit. You're not going to bust out my motherfucking chakras. You're not going to destroy the kingdom of God over here. Y'all going to play with that girl. Y'all be wondering why y'all booty hole be fucked up, your penis and vagina be itching, your mouth hole be having ulcers and bumps in it. You wonder why your hair be falling out, your body be looking all scattered and scrubbed up, fucked up and scruggly and shit. Because y'all listening to shit that's fucking you up. You got spiritual attachments sent out through you through the octaves of motherfucking music. Now, we won't get too deep into that because I wanted to really talk about this right here. So this song talks about if you only got love for your own race, then you're leaving space for others to discriminate. See, everything is about a balance, honey. And you could be pro anything. But as long as you are pro straight, you got to also be pro gay. As much as you're anti-gay, you got to also be anti-straight. It's about a balance here, honey. And that's what this is speaking of. You only have love for your own race. You're literally discriminating against other people and you're blocking your blessings because other people have other things to offer you as well. We're not put on this plane to only deal with people that are like us. We're put on this plane right now where everything is open and free. We're no longer locked down in spaces and places that we have to stay at. We know that we can go anywhere in this world right now. We know that the world is even bigger than what we think it is. Going into the ancient Japanese, they said that there's way more of the earth than they even tell us that are out there. They got us telling that there's only 7 continents and shit, and also the good shit. And either way, the Japanese believe it's more than that. They believe that there's, space upon space upon space, and we have multiple suns. We have, multiple. Anyway, I won't get into that. Y'all do your own research on that, girl. Maybe we'll do an event on that. I don't know. But when you make space for hate or space in your heart for only one type of being, right? Then you leave room for people to go against that belief that you have. This is why we talk about open-mindedness and narrow-mindedness, right? Open-mindedness is saying I'm seeing everything for what it is and how it is, and I'm interpreting everything, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, exactly how it should be interpreted, right? But in narrow-mindedness, we say, bitch, I only fuck with black people. I only fuck with gay people. I only fuck with... Girl, what is the difference between you only liking black people and white people only liking white people? Oh, they're racist, right? Oh, well, they're sexist. They're prejudiced because they only like white folks. What's the difference, though? You only like black folks. So now we're just feeding discriminatory energy. And it's a never-ending cycle. It said to discriminate only generates hate. And when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. And that's what we see right now. We see a lot of these angry, hurt people, both black and white, out here pushing and attacking other people with madness and coming for the LGBT, innocent people. Innocent people. What did these less than 10% of population people do to you? They're attacking innocent people. And that's why I said, bitch, it's going to be my mission to wake up my LGBT people spiritually. That's going to be my motherfucking mission. And I'm not going to stop my heterosexual counterparts, my cisgender counterparts, my only being into the opposite sex counterparts, because a lot of you people support my people. You support me, okay? A lot of my contributors are heterosexual, cisgender identifying people that support me. So like I said, I'm not going to stop giving you what you need to, because this is also part of you, right? This is your experience too. And you can help to open up doors. You could be an ally and help to awaken people and to keep people awoke, right? To keep people in knowledge of self. Because when you know yourself, once again, nobody can take anything from you. When you know yourself, you see things for what it is. You say, bitch, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And in my human experience, I sin. In my human experience, I miss the mark. In my human experience, I make mistakes. And so I'm not going to judge other people, because if you really see homosexuality as a mistake, as wrongfulness, instead of you trying to change it, because ain't nobody trying to change you from your fucking wrongfulness, bitch. Now, like I said, when I'm passionate about something, I curse. You have to excuse that. Okay, I don't mean anything behind that, because I don't give a fuck about what you feel and how you feel about me. Well, bitch, you coming for... Listen, what you believe in is your tea. I can't change your mind, but I'm going to give you some seeds to think about. Okay? And it also goes into, we got to set it straight, take control of your mind, and just meditate. And let your soul just gravitate to the love so the whole world can celebrate it. Now, right here, this is Witchy talking, honey. He said, set it straight. The word even straight anyway, because we say homo, we say straight. Why is that? Or we say gay, we say straight, right? Gay means to be happy. What does straight means? Because technically, bitch, if you're educated, you motherfucking straight. Can we talk about it for a minute? Should we break down the etymology of the word straight? Because that's why we say let's set the record straight. Straight means truth. And a lot of y'all so-called straight people don't live fucking truth. You live in fucking lies. You ain't nothing but the lie. You live in fucking lie. Everything you do is fucking lie for. And that's why nothing fucking happens. Nothing fucking manifests. That's everything you fucking do crumbles. That's why now they're trying to allow gay marriages, and they want gay people to come out and adopt the children because the straight people are having these kids. And that's another thing too. People be attacking homosexuals and stuff about how nasty they are. But a lot of us out here patching up your work because you're having these children and abandoning these children in their orphanage and at the adoption centers. And it's like, those ain't gay people doing that shit. That's you. Going into abortions and shit. People don't want to talk about that. But that's you that's out here aborting these kids. Honey, that's you that's paying these women to take out these children. And you think that LGBT is the problem? The problem starts with self, honey. And that's it. It said that people killing, people dying. Okay, we know about that. Okay. It says it just ain't the same. The old ways have changed. See, once again, they're talking about the old ways where we all loved each other, where homosexuality and heterosexuality was even. Oh, he was a boy lover, an older man liking a younger gay, in certain cultures was very, very powerful. Oh, she's a woman lover. Now that concept is a whole other concept. I want to get into that. But that's the old way. Now the new way, girl, let's hate each other. That's not like, you over there. Let's say, colors only, whites only, straights only, gays only. Is that not the same thing? Vaccinated only. Hello? Am I talking to somebody? Am I talking to myself? Because I really want to know how this all correlates. Bitch, how it's all connected and how it's all not connected. That's what I want to motherfucking know. I need somebody to tell me. How? It said, where the love when a child gets murdered or a cop gets knocked down. Black lives, not now. Everybody matter to me. Hello? See that right there. I told people, segregation is created by hate. We do not knock the movement or the idea of BLM. We do not knock that. We knock the process behind it, though. We knock the idea of putting down other places and people to build yourself up, why it has never worked. And of course, when someone say, well, all lives matter. Well, yeah, but Black lives matter. Y'all, that's the point. Y'all don't think it matters. No, you don't think it matters. You don't think it matters, honey. And that's why things are happening. You don't think it matters. Because if you did, abortion rates would be low. And then I want to say, well, the abortion clinics, and like I said, people don't want to talk about this because this shit is real. And a lot of people don't want to talk about realness because we live in a fake ass fucking world. And that's why I don't deal with fucking people. Because that shit pissed me the fuck off. You sit here and talk about how you're pro-children and you're pro-black and you're murdering kids every fucking day, every fucking year. You're murdering black kids. And white people are not doing it. You're doing it. You're sitting and spraying your fucking legs up, letting this man nut inside of you and getting your shit mutilated. Ain't no white man saying, I'm giving you $1 million, baby. You come over here and you take the children out of your uterus. You doing that shit. How dare you sit here and talk about you pro-children and you pro-black, but you're killing them every fucking year, every fucking day. That shit is sad, honey. It's sad. And you wonder why the change is not coming. You want to sit and talk about, well, they put the clinics here so we have easy access. Yeah, but men are paying women to do it. Personally and privately, I know people who had gotten pregnant by a black man. They are a black woman, which means they were having black children. And the man paid them money to go abort that child. And then you're going to sit here and say that Black lives matter. Is it only certain Black lives? Because the children's don't, according to you. It doesn't matter to you. Because you think it's cute. Because you really thought it was, if you really thought it mattered, but if you really thought you were royalty, you would treat yourself as such. If you really thought that you're royalty, you would treat gay blacks equal to straight blacks. If you really thought that you mattered and you were a god or a goddess, or you were a king and a queen, you will wrap it up when you have sex with people, which will prevent you from getting STDs, STIs, HIV. And it will also stop you from having unnecessary pregnancies to where you don't have to go abort your children. Like I said, a lot of people don't want to hear that. And that's okay. I'm going to keep saying it, bitch. Give a fuck about that. You're under a spell. You're under a spell, honey. You're under a fucking spell. It says, all races, y'all don't like what I'm saying. Heterate, tall cases. Everyone hates somebody. Guess we all racist. Oh, wait a minute. But they say that black people can't be racist. They say that black people can't be racist. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, honey. Mm. Anywho, just listen to that song, y'all, because that stirred up so much energies inside of me, honey. And it's very discomforting. It's very much like, damn, bruh. Like people are really spellbound. People are really broken. And instead of getting that healing, instead of healing thyself and finding peace, like piecing things together. See, a lot of people don't understand it either. To find peace is to find holiness. And to find holiness is to bring all the broken pieces of you and pull it back together, put the pieces back together. That's why they call it puzzle pieces. And yes, it's spelled different, but it's the same fucking thing. So we have to understand to find peace is to find ourselves, and to find ourselves is to expect, experience, and accept all aspects of our motherfucking self. And we got to take accountability and responsibility for what we contribute to. And I just want to put this in perspective because it's all love over here. It's all love over here. When I say it's all love, it's all love. Everything I say, everything I do is about love. Because I like I don't give a fuck. Let's say in layman's term, I wouldn't give a fuck about what you do with your yoni, what you do with your penis, what you do in your love life, what you do with your children, because that's not my situation. That's not my situation. What you do with your yoni doesn't affect my body. What you do with your ling don't affect my body. Who you're married to, what you're married to, what you got kids by, that does not affect me. But because I'm having the same human experience that you're having, I know that you are me and I am you. So I know that your experiences also shape my experiences because hurt people hurt people. So I know when you're hurt, when you feel lonely, when you feel abandoned, when you feel neglected, I know that you create places or experiences to try to mend these things, right? When you have a false sense of self, you falsely mend these experiences, these things. And in the process of falsely amending these things and building these things, now it's I'm pro-Black, but I'm pro-Black for only those who are living. I'm pro-Black, but I'm only pro-Black with those who connect with me, my fellow heterosexual people. But you left out the gays, you left out the transgenders and the BLM, you left out the aborted children. You left out your yoni because ultimately that's the damage that's where it's really at. Going even into generational, you left out your generation. That could have been the seed that changed the generational curses and hexes that are placed on you and your yoni and your lingam. But you don't want to hear that. So as long as I'm at peace with what I've done, and I don't have to acknowledge it. No matter what I do, no matter where I go, I'm going to have to find peace with it, right? And I'm going to make a false sense of peace. But the reality is broken. That's to say, there's no such thing as BLM movement because the whole movement is foolery. It's brokenness. The whole movement is foolery, it's brokenness, and it's ignorant. Because people who don't know themselves, people who don't know where they're from, they don't have no sense of self. They're not taking responsibility and accountability of self, feel like and think that they're going to come together and get people to see them for who they are when they don't even see themselves that way. And that's my whole point in all this. You don't see yourself as royalty. You don't see yourself as love. You don't see yourself as gods and goddesses. Because like you said, you'll be respecting and you'll be accepting everything that comes from you, everything that is about you. If you thought your vagina was sacred and it was a yoni, then you'll be mindful about what goes in and what comes out. You won't let dirty dicks inside of that. You won't let a doctor go in and pull shit and suck shit out, which can later turn into cervical cancer, which can later turn into fibroids, which can later turn into a whole bunch of shit where you have to get a hysterectomy at 30. Oh, people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about that. Going into the pings too. You wonder why you're itching. You wonder why you can't stay hard for long. You wonder why all this shit going on. because you're not being mindful of your lingam. It's a dick, it's a cock, it's a penis, but you don't got no lingam because you thought your wood was golden and it was holy and it was royalty and my dick is golden. If you really thought that, then you would stick it only in places that is also view themselves as being holy. You ain't gonna stick it into a dirty hole, whether that's anally or vaginally or orally, because bitch, that's also discussed too. Some people got some fucked up ass mouths too. They're acidic and nasty, and all this is energy too. We know that the chakras is in the root. We know the root chakra is from the asshole, the quackus, up to the fucking pubis bone. Hello? I need to say that again. We know that the root chakra, okay, is the coicus to the pubis bone and down. So that means the booty is equivalent to the penis, and the penis is equivalent to the vagina. The vagina is equivalent to the booty hole. Now, this is ancient information. And you know that certain spiritual practices require anal sex or vaginal sex. That's why in porno, you see that. I'm not trying to get you to discuss, but I'm telling you what I know, and I'm telling you what God loves is the motherfucking truth. So when you have energies mixing, once again, why everybody want to get into this shit, and the people, I'm not into that. Oh, girl, you sit back long enough, you'll see why. Because you don't know yourself. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself, and you don't know yourself, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Shout out to the donations, honey. Anywho, you don't know yourself. You don't love yourself. And that's exactly why you are experiencing what you're experiencing. And that's it. And that's it, honey. That's it, honey. That's motherfucking it, because I gotta motherfucking go. I gotta, ooh, girl, 83. Ooh, I should have looked before I got on that, huh? Come on here, sissy. Hello, my fellow Sassonettes. How y'all doing, Sassonettes out there, my fellow sissies, aka Sassonettes? Come on here, Jaleel. Come on here, Kiana. How you doing, Kiana? Yes, honey. Good morning. Yes, honey. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yes, honey. This afternoon. Oh, it's about to be 1 o'clock. Ow! I finished this video early, huh? How you doing? Yes, honey. We doing good, Larry. Yes, his name is Emmanuel. God's with us. Come on here, Archangel. Yes, honey. Come on in here, Archangel Emmanuel. Yes, honey. God is with us. Yes, honey. Yeah, I found I have COVID yet. Oh, shit. Oh, God, Lady K. There's some healing that needs to be placed. Yes, honey. Read Psalms 91. Come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Because COVID is a spiritual attack. Oh, come on in here. COVID is a spiritual attack. See, we're not going to talk about that because then they start getting your video as non-informational. They start trying to move your video into disinformation, misinformation. So we're going to keep that there. But Larry said read Psalms 91, which is spiritual protection and physical protection. But definitely spiritual protection. When you feel like you're under psychic attack, spiritual attack, you do Psalms 91. So definitely, honey, detox that body, detox those bodies, physically, mentally, emotionally, all that good stuff, and you'll be good, Lady K. Okay? There we go, honey. Come on in here, chat. Yes, Psalms 91. Come on in here. Come on here. I don't celebrate Christmas, but happy holidays, TC. Yes, happy holidays, TC. I don't call it Merry Christmas, honey. Okay. Anti-spirituality. Okay. I will read 91. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right, honey. Yes, honey. I know that's right. Merry Christmas. Yes, honey. Merry Christmas. Come on there, ancient Mesopotamia, Ishtar, Inanna, Al-Uzza, Aset, Sekhet, Ketes. The LGBTs are children of these goddesses. Spirit revealed this to me. Oh, you are awakening, Jaliel. You are awakening, Jaliel. And this is what we got to do. We got to go back to our tribe. See, they want to confuse you. They want to confuse you so you forget who you are. Spirit will always show you. Like when we do ancestor work, we're not doing just ancestor in this life. We're not just doing ancestor in this plane, in this realm. We're going back into generational. We're going back into things we've done to ourselves. Past life things we've done to ourselves. Past life contracts we've done. Going into our class, I believe it's called God and Goddess Awakening. where we talk about revoking and revising contracts that you made spiritually, that you keep coming into this world, keep trying to live out, but you keep failing at it. It's real. It's real, honey. It's real. It's real, honey. Yes, it's real, honey. Yes, be safe out there. Come on in here, Larry. Yes, be safe, honey. Ow. Yes, honey. Ow. I know that's right, honey. Ashe. Come on in here. I know that's right. Ashe. Ashe. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Ow. Yes, thanks to you. Come on in here, Grand Madam. Yes, honey. Happy holidays, Grand Madam. Yes, honey. I don't celebrate Christmas, okay? Maybe Crumptus not. And maybe Saturnalia. Okay? But I don't celebrate Christmas. Ow. Break down and say, I know that's right. Come on in here, TC. I know that's right, honey. Yes, come on in here. Come on in here, Jay. Yes, honey. Stand in your truth. Stand in your truth. Black Sissy. I know. Come on in here, Black Sissy. We love that name, honey. We're going to call you Black Sassinet. Can we give you, at 11:11. Woo, come on in here. At 11:11, Black Sissy. Black Sissy, I'm going to call you Black Sassinet. Can I call you Black Sassinet? Can I give you back your power? Can I give you back your power, Black Sassinet? Can I give you back your power? Hello? Yes, I know that's right. I know that's right. Facts, Miss, come on here, TC. Yes, honey. Is that Anubis on your thing? I barely saw that, TC. Ow, come on here, Anubis. Somebody's supposed to be making me some statues of Anubis and some other deities. I want them tall. I want them tall, tall, tall. You hear me? At the foot of my bed. I want them like tall. And you know it's going to take me a while to get used to them, TC. Because let me tell you something. I had a statue of one of my goddesses about 3 or 4 years ago. I had to throw it out because I literally would be sleeping, TC. And I'm sleeping, right? And I'm just, which I'm going to some last night too, y'all. So I'm sleeping and I would wake up. Like, oh shit, who the fuck is it? I'm kicking, thinking somebody's in my house. Girl, bye. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, well, Nubis didn't bark. So ain't nobody in there. Okay. Bitch, 2 or 3 days later, come back up. Ow! Bitch fighting that shit. So I said, bitch, it gotta go. It was custom made. So like I said, I keep my statues a certain height so don't freak me out. Occasionally even my little serpent statues over there, my Basset statue where I'm just like, bitch, what's going on? Anywho, so yes, honey. Yes, honey. I remember this girl being pressed that the deity Nefertum was portrayed as a more feminine man and was like, it's sad they want to just. Jay, oh my God. It's sad. It's not funny, but it's really sad. Where'd I do that at? Oh God, please help me. Ooh, they like the witchy facade, not the spiritual process. I don't get that wanting to play around it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, the Himalayas. Yes, the Himalayas. Come on in here, the Himalayas. Yes, honey, the Himalayas. Come on in here. Yes, honey, OT history coming through. Yes, honey. We love Queen Hot Ship Poop. Hot Ship Suit. I'm always saying that name wrong, honey. Yes, honey. Hot Ship Suit. Yes, honey. Yeah, girl. Joan of Arc, girl, modern day team. Yes, the human society was always feminine. Even that infamousy was under the table. It was. And of course, we go on to the great goddess. We know that. And I tell y'all this going into ancient history. So the moon was ruled by a queen. We know like Artemisa. We know that Isis, etc., etc. The moon was ruled by a queen. Either way, something happened. And of course, I'm not going to get too much into that and give that out because of course I feel like that's in one of our classes. And I believe Jair's, you took that class. But the moon has been ruled by a male energy, okay, for a few thousand years now. So this is why a lot of stuff has taken place. And even going into the Ganesha class, we talked about how Ganesha did some things to the moon. But of course, that's just once again a story. We know that the moon has been cursed since it has been ruled by a male energy. So this is why things are a bit off. This is why, the ecosystem's been off, all that good stuff, because of course the male energy rules. But we know that coming in, oh, come on in here, that things are now being reset. And that's why things are taking place the way they're taking place. Spiritual alignment, everything is happening with purpose. And so it is what it is, honey. Akhenaten had a full bust and big butt and is addressed. Oh, come on in here. Come on in here, Akhenaten. Come on in here. And then they said that Akhenaten, excuse me, Akhenaten. Oh my God. Akhenaten, okay, Akhenaten. Anywho, we know that they said that he looks like Barack Obama. They all said that Michelle Obama was a male. So I'm like, is this the telephone energy switching around? Is this the separation of the divine feminine, going into the story of Adam, being male and female and then being split to become now a male separate from the female? Because going into the Gnostic teachings, Thomas 22 said, when the outer become the inner, when the Lord become the under, and the male become the female, or the male and female become one, then you shall find the kingdom of God. And that's speaking of the higher self and the lower self. That's speaking of the left side and the right side. That's speaking of the male energy and the female energy coming back together again, because we fell from grace, which means we were separated. Oh, come on in here. So now, like I said, in the process of those who are claiming to be spiritually awakened and they claim to come back from past lives and they're kings and queens and they remember who they are, but yeah, they're speaking about how homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism is wrong. Then we're going into, yeah, you really are a part of the process that separated it all in the first place. So we got to retrace our steps. Okay? Come on in here. Hot ship suit. Also claimed decacy from Ra. I know that's right, honey. Well, we know that Ra was also, going into homosexuality. See, a lot of people don't talk about that neither. Well, a lot of people don't talk about that neither. There's some homosexual background with Ra as well. Hello? There's some homosexual connection with Ra as well, honey. Hello? We're gonna keep that there. What's that movie, The Gods of Egypt? There's a movie called The Gods of Egypt. Y'all need to go look at that movie, The Gods of Egypt, where it talks about how like Ra was fighting this dark serpent. And girl, no one ever asked, like, where's the queen god at? Why is Ra by himself on this ship being so masculine, doing this thing? Where's the feminine energy at? The feminine energy is the homosexual act. Oh, come on in here. Oh, girl, remind me of the TikTok when it's go boom. They act like they're being hit by something, honey. Come on in here. Wait, Da Vinci. Wait, Da Vinci. Yes, Da Vinci. Are you for real? Da Vinci got down. Yes, he got down. They all got down. BR back. Okay, gotta season the meat. Oh, what you cooking over there, Grandmother? Michelangelo too. Goddamn, they're all a little homo, honey. And that wrote that we all need some homo tea in our life. Life will be so boring without the LGBT. I don't know if anybody else will feel that way. But life will be so boring without the Rainbow Coalition and the Rainbow Children and the band and the. And that's another thing too. When people be coming for LGBT, why they equate it to sex? Like, I don't even think gay people equate gay people to sex as much as straight people do. Like, they really be the booty, the carpet munchers, the pussy at the titties at top, dick at the bottom. And I'm just like, that sounds so perverted to me. Like, y'all are really sexualizing the LGBT. Like, why is a grown man thinking about two grown men playing with each other booty? Why is a grown-ass woman who said that she's into only penis want about two women playing with each other and sizzling each other? Like, I'm just a little confused with that. Because I'm not concerned about that shit. Like I said, I don't want to think about how crackheads get high. I don't want to think about them cutting up the shit. Like, oh, girl, I don't want to think about that. And I told you, I'm not a fan of crackheads. I already talked about this before, and I said it's good. I'm not a fan of that. There's no Tino shit out there. Anybody, shout to you out there who are recovering. Crackheads, not a good shit. But like I said, I'm not a fan of that, but y'all don't hear me talk about that all the time. Because like I said, I just don't want to think about that. I don't want to get down in that energy. When we call out somebody's name, when we think about somebody, we think about their actions, we're tapping into that energy. We're evoking that energy to us. So it's like, yeah, if I'm against homos, I'm not going to talk about homos. If I'm against white people, I'm not going to talk about white people. If I'm against black people, I'm not going to talk about black people. Because in essence, I'm pulling that energy to me when I talk about them. And that's why I said, and I will always say, and I'll be done with this, when people are having, police issues or people are being attacked by racism and they're like, oh my God, I'm being gay bashed, I mean, whatever. In reality, what are you putting out there? What thoughts are you having even about yourself? Are you feeling like you're inferior to the white man? Is that why you're having these white men attacking you? Do you feel like you're inferior to heterosexual people? Is that why you're being gay bashed? Think about it for a minute. So we have to all take kind of responsibility for what we manifest, because all our experiences that we manifest are through our own dialogue, our inner dialogue that comes in the outside. It says, as below, so above. So in the inside will be on the outside. When you're ugly in the inside, the outside will show it. When you're broken in the inside, the outside will show it. When you're sick in the inside, your outside will show it. When you got health issues, your outside will show it. That's it. Come on, Inanna. Inanna, what's my name? Inanna, what's my name? Inanna. I know she said Unana, but we know we give praise to Inanna. Inanna, what's my name? Inanna. Rihanna. I'm gonna come back with that. I'm gonna come back with that. That's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting, honey. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, honey. Inanna. Coming in here, honey. Yes, honey. Spirit is really coming through. I know that's right. Didn't Inanna also have the Gala priest, or was that Ishtar? Well, honestly, they share a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities. It could be interpretations, but definitely. Ooh, ooh, Bella. Ooh, girl. Wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Ooh, girl, this girl's heavy. Ooh, ooh, girl, I just cracked my knee right now. This girl was laying on my knee. Girl, you big, mama, you big girl. You are such a big baby. You so big. Yeah. Anywho, I also made the connection between the Christmas tree and Inanna. I know that's right. I know that's right. Oh, never mind. Galator is the gala. Uh, Ooh, shut up, Jay. There were reparations and land rights, not ancestral connection. Hello, hello, hello. Because see, that's like I said, that's what I'm gonna be working on. And we're just talking about, theoretically. Okay, I was brought to this land, a foreign land I don't know anything about, but yet I know how to agriculture the land. Because history says, now y'all correct me if I'm wrong, history said that the black folk taught the white folk how to cultivate crops. Now, what I want to know, if you're from Africa, because we don't have the same weather and temperature as Africa. No country in Africa has the same equation as we have, even like in South America, southern United States and shit. So how are people from Africa and stuff, how are they able to come to a foreign land and know how to cultivate and know how things work in this land if they're not from this land? I really want to know. And if the white people were here before they got here, then why wasn't the white man showing the black people how to cultivate? Because see, we say that slavery is actually working, because I found out recently that Christmas time during slavery, they would let the slaves leave out during Christmas time, honey. See, that's why I said I question even that word slavery, because during Christmas time, they let the slaves leave out for a couple of months. They would even give the slaves money during Christmas time. See, they don't talk about that. Do your research on that, y'all. How black people connect to Christmas. They gave them gifts. There were stories. They found notebook stuff of old slaves, girl, even of slave masters saying the holidays are coming and the Negroes, we can't wait to give them gift. We're waiting on the Negroes to come on so we can gift them. They say that New Year's Day, oh, come on in here. They say that New Year's Day was a celebration of selling slaves or renting out slaves to other people so they can profit back some money if they gifted out. Do your research. It blew my mind, bitch. It blew my motherfucker. I said, see that right here? But nobody want to talk about that. Nobody will talk about the truth. So, like I said, I'm from a foreign place. I'm in this land I know nothing about, but mysteriously, I know how to grow cotton. I know how to grow seeds and plant seeds and how to cultivate the seeds, even though in Africa we have a whole nother terrain. It's not the fucking same. Like, how's that possible? Even going into reading stuff, talk about they taught people how to read and all that. Who? Who taught people how to read? The white people didn't teach people how to read. They taught the black people how to read certain things. When it says illiterate, that also means not being able to see. Etymology of illiteracy is not being able to see. Because you know that words and symbols and colors are everywhere. And it has always been that way. And because we did not know what it meant, we were illiterate. So who taught who how to read? Because, bitch, this is our land. We know about every place, even going into Harriet Tubman, the runaway. How did Harriet Tubman know about the railroads and Underground Railroads and stuff if she wasn't from here? I'll wait. Because we hear the story. We hear the stories, but it's like, how does she know about running and just we're running endlessly and oh God, we must be in Missouri right now. We must be in Arkansas right now. How does she know this shit? So we gotta really sit back. We gotta really think about some stuff. Like what's really going on here? 12 years of slavery. What's really going here? And we'll put the ice on the cake is antebellum. Antebellum? Antebellum? That put it in some real perspective here. Because when I saw that movie, I said, God damn. They telling us right here because they know the time is up. They know that the spiritually awakened is awakening. They know that bitch, it's time for you to now lose your place in power. So now you could be observant. And they know this. That's why they delete shit off the internet spiritually. So it's like, what's really going on here? Chia. As the Geechee people say, Chia. What's going on here? What's going on, Chia? What's really going on, Chia? Right, Chia? Because that's very interesting, to say the least. So we need to know who we are. We need to connect to our ancestral energies. And then we'll realize, oh shit, it's not what I thought it was. Because even going, like I said, Africa. Okay, Africa have different countries there, though. So everybody, even if you are from Africa, you're not all related and connected. Girl, no shade. No shade, Miss Thing. Y'all not all related and connected. So, like I said, girl, we might be skin folks, but we not kin folks. We might look like bitch, but you ain't my brother or my sister. And there's no disrespect to anybody out there. We might look alike, but bitch, we don't have the same mindset. We don't have the same goals. We don't have the same intention. So, yeah, we're not connected like that. No, we're not. Yeah, no, we're not. We look alike though. And that's why I had to tell this lady when I went to years ago, went to a metro place and I had my Tika Minj on. And she was like, oh, sister coming in with a crown on. Yes, the Bible said that we will be the head and not the tail. And da 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 da. And sister, you wearing your crown and da 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 da. And I was thinking to myself this whole time, bitch, should I let this lady know that? And I was like, first of all, we're not sisters. And second of all, I'm wearing this out of respect for my brow chakra and my crown chakra. And she's like, oh, what's that? I was like, okay, well, okay. That's why we don't assume anything because you may got to ask out of you and me, but I'm not accepting that. So I'm like, girl, never mind, ma'am. You have a good day. And she's like, okay, you too, girl. I can tell, girl, that energy shifted. Like, wait, what? What? She's what? Wait, what? Yeah, girl. Don't play with me like that, girl. I ain't the one, the two other motherfucking three, bitch. Okay. Supposedly, there was a Central American indigenous tribe who all were men and breasts with breasts, and a conquistador who found them apparently unleashed his dogs on them. That could be true. That could be true, honey, because you know that, like in Mexico, at the edge of Mexico, they have a country there which Beyonce and Jay-Z used to frequent there quite often. Now, you didn't hear this from me. Okay, you didn't hear this from me. Allegedly, there's a part of Mexico that Beyonce and Jay-Z are not, just to name a few, okay, frequent. And there's a lot of, men down there, quote unquote, men with breasts, it says. And St. Anthony are the patron for these beings. okay, for these people, and they even train these children on how to be this. And so, allegedly this is where they go, because and this place is very magical too. I won't get into that. Very magical. And if you do the little connections, this place is also connected to New Orleans. And see, that's what I be understanding too. People be coming for the gays, and you be from Louisiana. Like, ma'am, do you know the history about New Orleans, Shreveport, and all these other parts of Texas? Oh, excuse me, Louisiana, Texas too, but Louisiana, they have a lot of gay history. And why things have changed, because they wanted to keep that shit to themselves. You got the senators and the governors and these political figures fucking and sucking, having butt booty pirate parties. Bitch, so, telling a woman, go ahead and have your own thing. Go ahead, hon. Go hang out with Mary Sue and Adolphe Marie, and then girl, the wives go hang out, then these men sitting here getting drunk and wasted, and I gotta go pee. You want to go to the bathroom with me, girl? Up there in the seventh bathroom on the second floor, girl, doing a do. Girl, smearing the energy all around, girl. Girl. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all better wake up. The military, as well as the gym gate and the gym man, permeate those places heavily anywhere that testosterone show. I know that's right. And that reminds me of a story, Jay. I knew this gay boy who came out as bisexual, but I'm like, girl, you're gay, bitch. You haven't had a woman since you were 15. You're now 28. You're homosexual. And then now, mama always talk about dick, 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 dick. Either way, I remember that he snuck out the house after he came out as being bisexual. Because see, when he was in the closet, he didn't do shit. He was at home all day, playing on the farm and shit, feeding the sheep, the goat, all this good shit. Oh, girl, I'm milking the cows today. Oh, girl, I gotta go shave the sheep. Oh, girl, the goat is over here fighting with the pig. He was a farmer boy. And then all of a sudden, when he came out as being bisexual, saying he like a little dick every now and then, all of a sudden he's sneaking out late at night. He going to the clubs, he going to the bars, he going to the movies, he buying him some J's. Mama wearing some Balenciaga. I said, bitch, what the fuck's going on here? Did the gay spirit fall? The gay spirit fall. Anyway, so daddy ended up meeting up with this old queen who was trying to keep secrets from him. And I said, he got something. And he said, how you know? You always saying somebody got something. I said, well, he being secretive about something. He got something, girl. And he's like, well, how you know that? I said, trust when I tell you, he's being secretive. He got something, bro. So sure enough, he ended up having something. Anywho, especially when he said he had condoms laying around the house and shit when he got there. Like, bruh, who got used condoms laying around the floor and shit? Oh, girl. Anywho, I don't want to think about that, girl. Vaginal juice or anal juices on the outside that condom. Oh, girl, just disgusting. Girl, he said they used to go to the gyms, Jay. Girl, they would go to the gyms after they would hang out. They would work all day, right? The guy would go to work. He'll bring this boy with him. When they're done, you want to go hang out at the gym? You want to go hang out at the mall where they knew all the DO men were at, girl. LA got that too, honey. I ain't exposed, but I am saying LA got a spot too where all the DL men go to too, girl. That's how these femme queens and butch queens be going to get some of that DL dick. Anywho, so they went to this place and they met a guy at a gym and they were doing it. And he called me. He had nerve to call me while they're doing this, Jay. And I was like, what the fuck is going on there? And he's like, hold on. So they do their thing. He done. And he say, listen, we met a guy at the gym and he smelled like bleach and something else. And went ahead, we did some things. And do you think I have something from that? I said, honey, first of all, anybody that smell like bleach, ammonia, any of that, girl, ain't nothing on you going nowhere in me or on me. First of all. Second of all, did he tell the guy that he has the sauce, the kitty? The kitty sauce. You know what the kitty sauce is, y'all. Did he tell the guy that he has the kitty sauce and he's like, no, he didn't. And he feel like he doesn't have to disclose that. And I said, so y'all, he has the sauce. Y'all meet up with men at the gym, and y'all sucking these men are fucking these men, and y'all tell them y'all got the virus. Bitch, I gotta go. So, bitch, anywho, that's what I remind me of right there. Ancients were ahead of us in social toll ideologies. That is correct. Yes, they were. Yes, honey. So, do you think that Kama Sutrians saw the electrical charge as stronger if 2 men and 2 women engaged? Of course they did. Because it's true. It's true, honey. It's true, honey. Yes, I heard tales like that, Mr. Guest. It's very true. Yes, it sure was. Why I think, like I said, I think a lot of celebrities, they might be heterosexual identifying, but they're definitely into participating in homosexuality. Okay. There's a common thread with a lot of the village goddesses and their LGBT worshippers and why the Gamma Devi or the other goddesses protect LGBT. See, what a lot of people don't realize is deities that are queens and kings with high, right? We're dealing with the upper region, right? Not the lower, because they have kings and queens in the lower region too, right? The solar plexus is the kingdom and queendomship of the lower self. The crown is the kingdom and queendom of the higher self in the sense of the inner self. Your inner self is between the solar plexus and the crown chakra. If you don't know, now you motherfucking know. The inner self is between those places. The below that is the lower self. Above that is the higher self. The real higher self, you get past the seventh chakra. Now you're moving into the higher self. And in that realm, it gets very, very deep, which, like I said, we're going to talk about something that went on last night. Not too much, but lightly. So either way, going into this, the kings and queens and the gods and goddesses of purity and heart and justice for all, they're about protecting elderly, children, and the oppressed. And when I say the oppressed, I mean the real oppressed people. Not oppression to where you oppress yourself and other people want to oppress you too. We're talking about the real oppressed people. So you're literally, once again, attacking people that's only 10% of the whole population. Less than 10% of the population. You're attacking literally 10% of the population just because you don't agree with their lifestyle. That's attacking innocent people. And gods and goddesses do not stand for that. When it comes to gods and goddesses, period, no matter what god or goddess we're talking about, they do not stand for that. So if you're an LGBT person and you're being attacked, you're being scrutinized, you're being whatever, and it's justifiable, this is where you go within and you seek these gods and goddesses and watch what happen. Watch what happen, honey. Okay. So definitely, honey, they don't tolerate that, honey. Like in the tales, either man disrespected the goddess and had to dedicate their lives to that feminine spirit, or they were married and so crazy ish happened. There you go. There you go, honey. Wait, mister, that Bible part where the Romans had distaste for the bottoms connects to now because twice I've seen men say that they're being taught doesn't make you gay. That's why I think that there's a lot of, we have passive and we have aggressive, right? Passive gay is those who are openly gay. They're into it, right? Ooh, ooh. No, I think it's opposite. Aggressive gay are gays that are complete. Damn. Because it's the flip, y'all. It's been a while since I talked about this. But either way, I want to say passive gay is the ones that are gay, but they're not letting people know that they're gay, right? Like they're kind of closet. I think that's what passive gay mean. Anywho, y'all do your research on that. Either way, one of the gays feel like they don't like the other type of gay because the other type of gay is so open and so honest about themselves, and it feels like it's going to expose their tea. Hence why a lot of men will gravitate towards the heterosexual identity because they're like, I don't want to be ostracized, I don't want to be discriminated against, I don't want to be put down for my sexuality. So let me stay over here. So they would say no femmes, right? No gays, no femmes. But it's like, bitch, you want another man, you're gay. Either way, okay. Society now is in the LGBT, there's a lot of bottoms coming out because of the suppression of this gayness, right? I'm not gay because I'm a top. I'm not really gay because I like pussy too. I'm not really, I don't want a feminine guy because I want a feminine guy, then I can go with a woman. Yeah, but you're not into vagina though. So that's not the same analogy. Yeah, I don't want to date a feminine guy because I want a female I can go with a woman. Like, well, yeah, well, maybe there's some tea going on with you. And maybe you're insecure about who you are because that's not the same thing. One has a penis, one have an outie, one have an innie. And I don't think the sexual experience is the same between a man and a woman and a woman and a woman and a man and a man. I don't think so. Okay. So definitely, honey, there's some tea going on with that. And that's why there's a lot of TTT that's coming out with that too. Okay. And definitely ancient, saying you're feminine gay, you're out gay, bitch, you gotta go. And even now, that's why a lot of secret societies practice homosexuality in private, right? Because of course they're like, listen, we're into this, but we're not putting too much oomph on it. Okay. So there you go. That explains a lot, Jay. Yes, honey. Yes, it is. Whoa, you said. I know that's right, honey. No, literally, honey. That's true, Mr. Child support came about in 1850 because of the vast number of family discouraged by straight white men. In 1965, it was black men. I know that's right. Hello? 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 Somebody was trying to be like, if it wasn't for the goddamn white man, the black home will be together. And of course, I listened to the part, which of course I won't get into because bitch, I gotta go. But I'm like, girl, so the white man is telling y'all to have marriage or have sex before marriage. The white man is telling y'all to have sex without a condom. The white man is telling you to procreate to make more children that you can't take care of. So things could happen to where you have to go help them. Because of course, if the white man is telling y'all that the black woman could get Social Security or child support, but the man cannot live in the house, not Social Security, welfare, but the black man cannot live in the household. How's that anything to do with the white man tearing up the household? You should have married a man, and you should have been with a man who can get a fucking job. Because there's never been issues with men getting jobs, honey. I think we need to wake up and we need to accept that fact too. There's never been an issue throughout history in America that black men had a hard time getting a job or wanting to fucking work. There's never been, hun. There's never been. Because all the men in my motherfucking life always had a motherfucking job, bitch. And you didn't have a job doesn't mean you work for somebody, bitch. It means you're making a living. That's what a fucking job means. J-O-B. A career is a whole nother story. But a job means you're making a motherfucking living. So it's like there's never been any issue with that. So that's why we need to stop playing this victim role and living in the lower self and slopping around and I'm never gonna be, and feeling like you're not worthy of shit and using that as a crutch, because that's what it comes down to. You feel incompetent. You feel that you're not good enough. You feel like you're ugly. You feel like you're unattractive. You feel like you're not good enough. You're never gonna be good enough. And this is why you manifest experiences to you. Society ain't telling you that. You feel that about yourself because when you say going into the ancient works, let's talk about it, going into the Teslas and the Henry Fords and the Benjamin Franklins, or you don't want to hear this, going into the power of the mind, they knew that our experiences were shaped by our thoughts and our feelings. Our feelings stirred. That's why people gotta call you words to stir up energies in you. Nigga, bitch. You ain't never gonna be shit because you're black and you're female. Now you're upset and you're irate and oh my God, I wanna fuck you up. So now the universe is like, oh, they're upset at that. Let's give them more experiences because that's a feeling. Because like I said, the universe don't know right from wrong. The universe just knows. So as we talk about abundance, the universe is abundant bottom line. Whether it's good abundance or bad abundance, you will always get abundance. If you're more positive than you are negative, you will get abundant of bad shit. You will get an abundance of bad shit. It'll be one thing after the other. So when you shape your mind and say, bitch, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy of attention, I'm worthy to be accepted, I'm worthy to be respected, I'm worthy to be who I am, what I am, with harm to none, the universe will make you have experiences where people see that as being true. When you feel like you're bummy and I'm not good enough and I'm just so whack and I'm just another black woman, I'm just another black man, I'm just another trans woman, I'm just another gay man. Oh, wow, whoop-de-doo. Now you're going to have experiences where people are going to say, oh, girl, you're just another black trans woman. You're just another black woman. How special are you? You're just another gay male. How special are you? You're just another white man. How special are you? So those are the experiences you're going to have. You're going to say, yeah, girl, they treated me like I was scum of the earth. Because you think you're scum of the earth. That's why. If you don't think you're scum of the earth, you don't feel like you're scum of the earth, they won't treat you as such. And like I said, you can try. I'm speaking of my own experiences. I've been in many places where they were like, girl, they don't care for black people. Girl, they don't give a fuck about trans people. Girl, they don't support the LGBT community. Girl, they don't give a fuck about this. Girl, they don't like that. Girl, you can't go there dressing all red. You can't go there dressing all blue. You can't go there do this, girl. Girl, watch out with your hands, girl, because they might think you're holding up gun signs. They're going to get you together. I've been in those places and I said, bitch, I'm not going to let the universal God, I trust the universal God. And I always feel like I'm safe. I'm always in a safe place. And universal God will never put me in a situation where I'm not unsafe. And with that being said, go in there and have the best experience. Oh, girl, they must then see you as another black person. Oh, girl, they must then see you as they must then know you were trans. Because they knew you were trans, girl, they would have got you together. Like, bitch, don't experience that shit in my life. I rebuke that shit, girl. I send that back to sender, bitch. I rebuke that shit, girl. And that's why you have problems, bitch, because you think you're not that girl. Okay? Anywho, let's get into it. Hello, I'm Dee Dee. Yes, come on in, Melly, honey. Hello. Yes, honey, absolutely, honey. Yes, come on in here, y'all. Who you doing? Joey, honey, what happened to people after they get the COVID shot? I feel like it changed people's personalities. Well, I find it ironic, and I'm gonna leave this here, Joey. I find it ironic that the CDC brings up the zombie apocalypse during the CR19 vaccination. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say right there. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say right there. What I feel like it definitely does some tea because food. Now let's talk about some real shit here. If food breaks or builds DNA and RNA, then why wouldn't medicine break or build RNA? And why would they in a medicine that they're saying will help you not prevent or stop, but lower the chances of getting sick or death worse? But people who get it is still dying, they're still getting sick, they're still getting hospitalized. Why would that not either break or build your DNA? Think about that for a minute. Why would it not build or destroy strands of your DNA? Because food does it. That's why we got to eat clean. It's okay to eat every now and then, but that's why we got to eat clean. I told you right now, I don't eat McDonald's. I eat Jack in the Box, or I eat Jack in the Box sometimes. I don't eat Jack in the Box or Taco Bell. I don't eat McDonald's. I eat Wendy's sometimes. When I eat Wendy's, it's usually their salad and their fries, and that's usually if that's the only thing right there. But I do not eat certain places because I know what's in their shit. And going into, anyway, I won't go into that because then that gets to the conspiracy theories and shit. I definitely want you to talk about. I don't care how hungry I am. And I'm not saying this, but I am saying this. I know everybody who eat Taco Bell usually have some type of health complication. And it's a long one too. So anywho, like I said, honey, I don't deal with that. So we got to be very mindful of the foods that we consume. And it's okay with eating things in moderation, but definitely, are you eating more good than bad? And of course, your diet has to be variety. Some people on their diet, all they eat is rice and beans. Some people on their diet, all they eat is, cabbage and chicken. Your diet is supposed to be variety, right? Going into languages, going into seasonings and tastes. Seasonings, herbs, all the resins, it opens up things in your body, right? We go into energy ports. So you're spiritually awakened, you're trying to seek spirit, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you're trying to feed your spirit. You're not just going to stick with certain types of foods. That's all I'm going to say right there. Okay. You got to try different flavors, different textures, all that good stuff, honey. So, like I said, I do feel like that. Someone I know, a few people I know actually had COVID, and they actually said that they feel like they have changed their personality. They feel like their memory has gone. They feel a lot of stuff. So I definitely feel like it is definitely connected. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. I tell my statues if they want to stay, they can't scare me. I know that's what I'm DD. Or if they want to go, let them go. Right? Yes, honey. Sarah is fucking battling a pep. I know that's right, honey. Listen, we're not saying that. We just saying that Ra, Set, Horus has some very gay connections. We're also going to say Osiris also has some bisexual experiences. Okay, we're going to keep that there. Okay. Willow's becoming a crackhead, to be honest, but with cocaine. That's sad. I saw that coming. Mama gave you that tea when she was younger anyway, honey. Mama gave you that tea. And then look at her followers, Joey. Look at the people she looked up. She looked up to Anarchy. Like when I met Anarchy, I think Anarchy was almost 30. And I was like, Mama was a Rolling Stone, honey. No shade, but Mama was a Rolling Stone. So I'm like, yeah, Mama's trying to piece her life together, and you're out there trying to guide other people. Well, you need guidance yourself. Yeah, honey. Rhiannon is also the name of the Celtic goddess, and Rihanna is the Irish. I know that's right in ancestry. I know that's right, honey. Ow! Come on in here. I know that's right. Just like Ryan, these are all uh other forms of Rhiannon, all that good stuff, honey. I'm back. Bought some fresh shrimp. Opened the bag. It stunk so bad I threw it out. I know that's right, honey. We don't do that. We don't do smelly shrimp and fish, honey. Ooh. You can soak it in buttermilk though, but we don't do that. I hate when I buy food and it's bad. I know that's right, honey. Y'all gotta be careful with these meats, honey. Y'all gotta be careful, honey. Joey, they want to force boosters now. I know that's right. People so nasty they be leaving used condoms around the park near my neighborhood. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Oh God, I hate that. Much love and light. Yes, honey. Come on here, Grand Madam. Yes, honey. Thank you so much. Stop by, honey. See you later, Grand Madam. I'm a top and I'm gay. Wait, are you, Joey? Because I thought you said your other boyfriend was your top lover. You were like, I'll be your private dancer. Bum 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 bum. Oh my God, Joey! I got to test drive a Audi, and I'm gonna have it for the day tomorrow, bitch. Honey, when I tell you an Audi, what is it? An Audi 6 Quattro? Listen, I know the girls be liking those Audis, honey. What? Come here. Give me a kiss. My black bear. She's my black little polar bear. You're a little polar bear. You know that you're a little polar bear. You okay? Mm, you okay, honey? She loving her mama put her hands on her. I put both my hands on her shoulder and her head, and she just get all sleepy. Oh, hear the baby. Give her love energy. Give her love energy. Give her love energy. Give her purple gigaboo. Come on here, Lakers Pod. How you doing? Yes, honey. Long time no see, honey. Yes, Mystic Al. Yes, you got me feeling like, is it worth it? If it's worth it, let's find out how we gotta work it. In the yeah. If you got a big one, then let me search it. No matter. I know that's right, honey. Come on in here. Ich lebech dich. Did I say it right? Ich lebech dich. Did I say that right? Lakers Posh. Anyway, love you too, Laker Pod. Yes, honey. Come on in here. Yes, honey. Yes, I have an A6. It's the best out they make. Listen. Ow! I'm gonna be zooming through the lane. I'm be zooming through the lane. I'm be zooming through the zooming. I'm be really zooming. Joey, I'll post some videos on my I'll post some videos on here too, honey. Yes, honey. What year? 2020 actually. Yeah, 2020. It's a new one, honey. Yes, honey. I can officially say this to you guys. I'm not gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this. Um, I am now a very close friend with an actor, and that's an accomplishment for me. I can officially say it, honey. I can officially say that. I feel amazing. And of course, we won't go too deep into it because, of course, I said I want to be in a shadow. Um, but hopefully, it's an Oscar or a Tony, you know, nominated actor. Anywho, so yes, I'll be definitely doing that, honey. Ow! Yes, honey. Ow. Faith and unseen real. I know that's right, honey. Come on in here. Ow, come on in here, Jay. Listen, y'all. I gotta go, y'all, because Bella, she needs to go. She needs to go get walked right now. She wanna go see her mama. And Anubis do too, honey. Anubis is on this damn cover, girl. Heck, like it's so cold, bitch. It is so warm. You cold, honey? You cold, my little baby? My little 9 pound baby. Hmm. Bella is almost 20 pounds and this is 9. Listen, y'all, I gotta go, y'all, okay? To spiritmystic.blogspot.com. And of course, I'll be back a little later. Okay, to spiritmystic.blogspot.com is where we have our classes, the current events that we're currently doing right now. We have five classes, very, very powerful, very, very informative. Shout out to those who already signed up. I actually just finished, oh my God, don't judge me. I just finished doing 2 classes, okay, live. So I was able to record 2 of the classes, but we have 3 more we have to do, y'all. And so I'm gonna get those knocked the fuck out, okay? And then of course 28spirit@gmail.com, or you can email me about products and services and questions about products and services, okay? So anywho, Jay is head shaman right now, or what does that mean? Right now, I heard that. Yeah, love and light. Oh, that's right, honey. Nighthead shaman. You got Mama, you gotta stop it, girl. You better stop it. You better stop it. You better get your mama down. You better get your mama young. You better get your mama young. Your mama don't want to get my dumb but you get she said bada bada bada. She said bada bada. I never told you for you. Let me see that body. She said the body. She said don't play with her booty like that. She said don't play with her go. She said don't take your booty for you. Anywho, work for that and put the ID in your name. Title transfer. You see, I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want it. I just want to test drive. I'm just like, listen, let me just test drive it for a day. Okay. I'm trying to go to the bay. And I'm like, let me test drive it. Let me put about 300, 400 miles on it. It's gonna actually be about 600. But let me just test drive it. I don't know, yeah, I just let me do it. Let me test it. Right. And the way this person be driving this Audi, Joey, they be so patient and slow with it. And I'm just like, honey, an Audi is like a fast ass car, girl. Just like literally, they were following after me. And I'm literally Joey driving, and I'm going to freeway speed limit, because I look sometimes I do go over the limit. Okay. Okay, we won't incriminate myself, but I do go over the limit sometimes. And I'm like, ooh, girl, I gotta slow down because I don't feel like I'm going that fast. But either way, when I'm sitting here driving, I'm looking in the rearview mirror and I'm like, okay, the person's right behind me. 2 minutes out, I look in the rearview mirror, the person is way back. Now everybody's getting on the freeway, right? Because I don't live too far from a really, really, really busy freeway. So they all getting into the freeway, and now I don't see this person. I said, oh my God. So I'm just like, honey, you need to hurry up. So sure enough, they speed up. They speed up, they zoom into the traffic. I'm just like, honey, you should always drive a car like that. Okay. That is a very fast, beautiful, regal car. Drive, baby, drive. Like around and say, shut up and drive, 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 drive. Stop driving like a grandma. Hurry up and drive, 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 drive. I'm like, girl, we should switch. You could drive my car and let me borrow that car. So that's a bitch you can borrow for tomorrow. You can borrow tomorrow going into Monday. So I would have it for about 24 hours. So I'm like, yeah, bitch, let me utilize it all, girl. I'm going to downtown LA. I'm going over there to the East Coast of the T. I'm going to the Bay. I'm going to the North. I'm going to the Valley. Girl, I'm going all over. Bitch, don't now. Don't mess with me. I gotta drop off some teas tomorrow. Don't mess with me, bitch. I'm on a go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be on the go. Bitch, don't call me. Bitch, you call me. The phone gonna be on silent. It's gonna be me, Louie, Maybe Bella. I don't know because Nubis that crazy son bitch. He ain't gonna enjoy that ride. So me, Bella, and Louie, honey, right here, girl, girl. Being that girl. And who knows, I may go pick up some things, girl. I might want to take a trip to, Morphe, Sephora. I might want to, take a stop and a drop. Maybe go to Vicky C. Vicky C and give me some panties. Might want to take a trip to Bath and Body. Do a video of how we get down with the get down. And we know the Audis are not cheap, mama. Okay, let's just say that. Hello. We know that Audis are not cheap, mama. Okay. Hello. I'm just saying. I'm not saying what I am saying. So we definitely about working some things out because all the Christmas shit should be done. Step out, girl. Maybe get valet parking. We don't know yet because they want to charge $20 to park the vehicle. Bitch, fuck that shit. I will park right here, put the hazards on, go into my stores and come back out. Bitch, you not locking, you not keeping, you not doing none of that. Then I gotta come back and say, where's my car at? And they test driving the shit. Excuse me, honey. No. Okay. I need you to keep this vehicle right here. I'm gonna run in, I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna do a video content for my YouTubers. Let me just go in and get in here and get what I need to get to, bitch. They better not be a line either, because bitch, I'm cutting that line. What I gotta pay you to cut this line? You need $20, $40, $50, $100? Because I need to get in and get out. Okay, I need some Tillery and some James Charles Pat. No, let me stop. Anyway, y'all. Yes, honey, come on down, Didi. How you doing? Listen, y'all, let me go, y'all. Let me go, okay? Yes, honey. Plus, they're safe and they're amazing in the rain because all-wheel drive. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. They're safer than most cars. Okay. We're going to see how I like it because they got an SUV too. So they have the Audi SUV. They got the Audi, what is it? The Audi 7 IQ, I think. They have the Audi A6 and they have the Jaguar SUV. Honey, when I said, bitch, they were like, no, you're not ready for that one. Bitch, let me test drive that Jaguar, bitch. Girl. They call me the Black Jaguar, honey. Bassett is one of my mothers, honey. Let me get up in that, girl. And it's so big. So I'm like, I want to get me, my next car, I want it to be a truck or an SUV. I don't know. I really want a Jeep because they got the Jeep that's automatic now. It's night. What is the electrical Jeep and all that? I'm like, I don't know. But definitely, I'm like, bitch, let me test drive that Jaguar. Let me have that Jaguar for a couple of days. Let me just stay on these hoes for a minute. Let me just borrow the car for a couple of days. You know what I mean? Because we know even if it's a rental, we know that renting those cars are like $1,500 a day. Anybody knows about car rental? To rent an exotic car like a Jaguar, and they're not really that exotic, but they are. Lamborghini, Ferrari, bitch, that's like $1,500 a day. It's not cheap. Anybody knows about car renting? Like I said, look it up. You do your research. It's very, very expensive. And I think the lowest is like $600, but you cannot drive the car. You can use it for a photo shoot. So I'm like, honey, either way, people trust you. They trust me. So I'm like, yeah, let me have the Audi. Let me show you that I can be that girl. Let me show you. And then you let me borrow that Jaguar. Okay, the next go round, okay? They actually they got a Hummer, they got a Jaguar, they got the Audi A7 IQ, like the Audi A6, and then they have another one. It's the Jeep Rubicon. No, the Jeep Sahara. But I'm like, yeah, I don't want to drive that big bitch because that bitch look big. She look tall and long. I say, yeah. Let's try the Audi because she's a big body too. Audi girl, she's a big body too, bitch. When I say that bitch is big, she is big. Bitch, let me test drive her. And then, like I said, if it shows up, girl, maybe New Year's, I can borrow the Jaguar, huh? I'm not pushing my luck. I'm just saying, maybe I can borrow the Jaguar come New Year's. You and I, me and you, all the good tea. Anyway, let me go, honey. Yes, honey. They're good on gas too. Okay. I can't wait. Okay, I can't wait, honey. Listen. Okay, I'm excited. Anyway, y'all, let me go, y'all. Love and light. Okay. Anyway, y'all, bye for now, okay? TwoSpiritMix.blogspot.com. See